Hi there, this is Blake from Ticketbud, and in this video I will be discussing two things. The first thing I'm going to talk about is why Ticketbud is the right ticketing platform for your high school reunion, and then I will walk you through the event page setup process. So first, why you should choose Ticketbud. Number one, Ticketbud is the most popular platform for high school reunions. We ticket around 100 reunions per month. Number two, with Ticketbud there are no setup fees and no additional fees for any of our features. Number three, you can have your event page up and running in only 15 minutes. Number four, we offer customizable links that make it easy for you to promote your event on Facebook and other social media platforms. And number five, Ticketbud offers 3 PCI compliant payment processors, and with all 3 you have the ability to receive your payout before your events close. That allows you to pay for vendors, venues, and catering before your event. Now that I've discussed why Ticketbud is the right choice, I'm going to walk you through the steps of creating your event. Remember that there are no setup fees, so you can create an account and get started whenever you are ready. I would also recommend that you set up your event while you're viewing this video. If needed, you can pause the video after each step and go through the process with me. So the first thing you'll do is go to ticketbud.com and you'll click login up here in the right hand corner. And if you haven't created your account yet, you'll go down here to need to create an account, click here. And then you will go ahead and enter in your email and a password. Once you have that email and password in, you'll agree to the terms of service, and then you will click sign up. So here's the first page that you're brought to after you create your account. It's to start your event page. This is where you'll put in all of the basic information for your event. So first you're going to put a title and an address, the name of the venue if you know it, and the total capacity is going to be the total number of tickets that you have to sell, and then a start date and time and an end date and time. This next section down here is where you can add tickets. But you can also do this later on the edit page, so I'm going to skip over that now and I will show you where you can add tickets later on in the process. And then this last section over here is where you'll make it public, private, or invite only. Public means that anyone can buy tickets to your event and it will be listed in search engines. Private means that anyone with the link to your event page can purchase tickets, but it will not be listed in search engines. And then invite only means that only people who you send email invitations to will be able to purchase tickets. So you'll just select one of these options and then you'll click continue. So after you click continue, the first page that you are brought to is your event dashboard. One of the first things you will probably want to do is change the link to your event rather than having the generic one. So you'll just click change URL here. There's 2 parts to this. There's the subdomain part here, which comes before .ticketbud.com, and then the URL portion, which comes after. And both of these fields are required. So I would just go ahead and make the subdomain something like the high school name, and then for the URL just make it the year reunion. And then just click apply changes. And if you refresh your page, you will see that that URL has updated. So then next you can go down to the edit event page right here. And you'll see the information at the top is the information that we put in on that first start page, and you can click on any of this and change it if you need to update the venue or update the address or any of that. If you scroll down here, you'll see this add tickets section. You can do as many or as few tickets as you want. It's always a good idea for a high school reunion to do an early bird ticket, just to incentivize people to purchase tickets earlier. So you'll put the title of the ticket, you'll put the quantity of tickets that you have to sell, and then you will set a price, and then just click add ticket. Then we'll also do another general admission one. So the next thing that you might want to change is whether you're absorbing the fees or passing the fees on to the attendee. So by default, the fees are passed on to the attendee, so we set the price for $30, the fees are $2.46, so the price that the attendee is paying is $32.46. If you want to absorb the fees instead, you would just change the price here to $30. These other 2 fields would auto-populate. So then in this scenario, the attendee is paying the flat $30. The fees are $2.35, so your profit is $27.65. But like I said, the default is for the attendee to pay the fees, so that's how we're going to keep it on this one. So then the next thing you might want to change is whether or not to show the fees. So if you are showing the fees, then they will show up as a separate line item on the event page. So attendees will see the $30, and then they will also see that there's a $2.46 fee. If you do not show the fee, it will just be added to your price. So the attendee would actually see $42.95. So then over here in the options section of the ticket, you can add a description, a minimum and a maximum number of tickets per purchase, and also a sales schedule. So since we are doing an early bird ticket, I'll show you how to set up a sales schedule. So for the early bird ticket, we'll go ahead and leave the start date blank, so it will just be available now, but we will set a sale end date for September 30th at 11:55 p.m. and then you'll just click this blue check mark to save that, and then we'll go into the general admission ticket, and we'll want that sale start date to be that same time, September 30th, 11:55. And then we'll just leave the sale end date blank on this one, which will mean that the sale will go on until the end date that we have set of the actual event. So then the next two sections are where you will add images. So the event poster is a smaller square image that will go at the top of the event page. You can either drag and drop an image here, or you can click and select to open a file. So I'll go ahead and select this file. You might just want to put your high school's emblem or something in this section. And then the backsplash image is a longer rectangular image that will span the entire width of the event page. So for this, we will just make it a solid color. And then click the check mark to save. This next section is the event description, where you will put any information or details about the event that you need to communicate to your potential buyers or attendees. I have something already written up that I can just paste in here as an example. And then just click the blue check mark to save. So then the last thing that you'll need to do before you activate your event is set up your payout configuration. If you scroll up here over to these tabs again, you will see the payout configuration tab right here. So the first thing you'll do is select your currency from this drop down menu here, and then you will select your payment processor. As I previously mentioned, there's 3 different payment processor options: WePay, Stripe, and PayPal. The advantages and disadvantages of each of them are listed here on this page, which you can read over. The first one listed here, WePay, is our preferred payment processor, but one thing to note is that events involving alcohol are against their terms of service. So if your reunion will be mentioning alcohol anywhere on your event page, you will need to select Stripe or PayPal to process payment. So once you decide which one is best for you, you will just click the select button, and then you will be brought to the page where you will set up your account with the payment processor. One thing to note when you're going through the setup process, you will need the account number and routing number of the bank account that you want to receive the deposits in. So once you have selected a payment processor, this percentage sign over here in the right hand corner will change to 100%, and you will be able to click the activate button right here. And then once you are activated, you can click the view live button here, and you'll be brought to the live page of your event. So you'll see that the website address is what you selected in the beginning. The event poster is over here on the right hand side, and the backsplash goes across the entire event page. So one thing to note is that the event title does go on top of the backsplash, so you shouldn't select a backsplash image that is too busy, or you wouldn't be able to read the title. You can scroll down and you'll see that the event description is right here, and the tickets are listed over here on the right. Because we set up those sales schedules, the early bird ticket is the only one that is live right now. Once that September 30th date rolls around, the early bird ticket will go off sale and disappear from this page, and the general admission ticket will appear. So when one of your attendees is on the page and they want to purchase a ticket, they'll select a quantity over here, and then they'll click buy now, and then they will fill in the information and go through the checkout process. And after completing that checkout process, they will receive 2 different emails. So the first email will be a receipt of payment email, which they will get from the payment processor. And then the second email will be the one that contains their tickets in a PDF file. Another thing I want to point out over here on the live page is how to share this on your Facebook page. So if you scroll down, you will see this Facebook share button, and you can click here. If you aren't already logged into your Facebook, you will be prompted to log in. But if you are, a Facebook post will automatically be made. You can put a caption on it, and then you just have to click post to Facebook. And you can also just take this link that you created and share this on any form of social media. That will bring people directly to this page where they will be able to purchase tickets. So those are the basics of setting up your high school reunion event page, but I do want to go back to the dashboard and show you a few more tools that we offer that may be useful to you. So you'll just click go to dashboard right here. So one function that you might want to use is the collaborator function. If you scroll down, you will see this invite collaborators tab right here. So from this page, you can invite other people by email to help you manage the event. We have 2 different collaborator levels. We have admins. These collaborators have full access to your event. They can view all of the reports, add offline tickets, create promotion codes. The only thing that admins won't have access to is your banking information. And then we have collaborators which only have scanning privileges. So these are individuals that will only be helping you to check in guests and make sales the day of the event. So you'll just put in the person's email address, select whether you want to make them an admin or a scanning only collaborator, and then you'll just click invite. And those people will receive an email asking them to create their Ticketbud account, and then once they create that account, the event will automatically be listed on their My Events page. Another function that I want to point out is the custom questions function, which is right here underneath the Invite Collaborators tab. So by default, the only information that is collected from your attendees is their name and an email address. So if you want to collect any other information, like their street address, a phone number, or t-shirt size, you can collect all of that by setting up a custom question. So any custom questions that you add will appear on the checkout page, and the attendees will be prompted to answer them. So you'll just click add custom question. So this first section is which tickets you want it to apply to. We do want it to apply to the early bird and the general admission, so we'll leave both of those there. The question, we'll go ahead and ask for their phone number. The input type, you can do a text, a drop-down menu, or a radio. So for a phone number, we'll want to do text, and then you can make it required or not required. So we'll make that required and then click add. And then I'll show one more example with a drop-down menu. So the question will be t-shirt size. We want a drop-down menu, and the options will do small, and then you click enter, medium, enter, large, enter, and those will be the options that they will have to choose from, and then make that required. This is the order that the custom questions will appear on the checkout page, so if you want to rearrange them, you can with these arrows over here on the right hand side. And if you do want to delete one, you can also delete it here with the X. Another function that I want to show is the email attendees function over here. So if you need to remind your ticket purchasers of something or update them about a change on the event, you can use this function. You will select which ticket purchasers you want to send this email to. You'll write a subject for the email and then write the message, and then just click send email, and that will go out to all of those ticket holders. If you have an email list and you want to send out invitations to your reunion, you can do that on this send invites tab. Another thing I want to point out is the reports page here. So once you have ticket sales, you'll be able to download reports. All of these reports are really useful to be able to download all of that data on your attendees that you can save for your next reunion. So then the last thing I want to talk about is checking in your attendees on the event day. You have a few different options. One is to download the free Ticketbud app, and you'll use that app to scan either people's digital or physical tickets that they bring to the event. On the app, you can also look up an attendee by their name if they forgot to bring their tickets. But if you don't want to use the app to scan people in, you have a few other options. You can go down here to the check-in guests tab. So if you want to have a laptop at the entrance of your event, you can use this tab to check people in. The tickets will all be listed here, and you can just click check in right here. But if you won't have a laptop at the event, you can also just print a paper check-in list from this button right here. So those are the basics of how to set up your high school reunion event page on Ticketbud. If you have any questions about getting this set up, feel free to email us at cs@ticketbud.com, and we are happy to help.